harka. I think that's the way it's pronounced. At least that's the way my phone told me it's pronounced. I'm not a musician, so I have no idea. This one's got a problem with the volume knob, so we're going to see if we can get to it and fix it or replace the volume knob. Got a little bit of free music from YouTube playing on it right now to show you what it does. So I'm just going to turn it up and give you a little show on what it does. I'm going to wiggle around the volume knob. You can kind of hear it, the way it jumps around. So it gets worse, but that gives you an idea of what it's doing. And the knob is loose too. Let me see if I can zoom in and get you to see that without my camera falling off the table. You can see the volume knob there. It's all loose. So yeah, it's bad. So we're going to check it out. So we're going to have to take that thing out of there. Take this whole thing out just to get to the volume knob. So I'm going to start doing that, and I'll get this set up different. Alright, ready to take this out. Looked it over, and we got 4 screws right up on top of here. And this thing should pull out the front. In the back we got the plug-in, and we got the speaker wire going down through the wood to the speaker. We can pull that out right now. Just pull that out, regular plug-in, and I'll reach back here, pull out the speaker wire, 1/4-inch jack type that goes to the speaker. Alright. Pretty long screws. Got to be a 2-inch screw, 1.5 inches or something like that. Or 1 3/4 maybe. Little washer on there. Alright, so hopefully this comes out easy. Looks like it. I'm just pushing it from the back. Come on. Slide this back a little. Sure I got everything. Yeah, it just seems like it's hooking on the carpet here or whatever they got on there. It's gotta be stubborn, huh? There we go. Finally. It was stuck on the carpeting they got on there. It flipped over, so the sticky part of the carpet was actually sticking to this, and that was holding it from coming out of there. That's some tough stuff. Wow. Come out in one piece though. I didn't hear nothing getting damaged. We'll take a good look at the inside of it here in a second. Let me set this down out of the way. I'll taking a quick look down in the hole there, and I happen to notice what you would usually find in a person who uses an amp like this, I guess. Guess they worked their way in there. Found a couple picks. Oh, 4 of them. Interesting. Got a Fender Heavy pick. Have a Fender Medium. And another Fender Medium. And then we got a, I don't know what this one is. It has a C or something on that side. And on the other side it has a 0.88. So I'm sure that has something to do with the thickness. So my dad plays the guitar, but I don't know. These probably ain't his. He usually picks with his fingers, so. But now he has a couple picks. I mean, he has a bunch of picks, but I don't know. I guess that depends on what he's doing. But yeah, have to get that pushed back up in there. Yeah, it stays up there, so it'll be really easy going back in. But it just got caught on it and coming out. All right, I'll get this camera set up so we can take a quick look inside this thing. Well, here we go. Got it out. After looking at it, doesn't look like there's much we can do with it. That's going to be easy. But I don't know if we've seen this very good when we were looking at it the other way. But this is a model HA 1200 bass amplifier, 120 watts. It is a kickback 12. That's about all I know about them. Our volume knob was wiggling, and this don't have the old, potentiometer type volume knobs in it, or knobs in it. If I can adjust this. Excuse me, I almost had a sneeze. You can see our volume knob is right there. And it's not an ordinary volume knob, it's a real thin package. Let's see if I can get some more light on it. Probably not. I think it's probably as good as what it's going to get. I could take a picture of it and show it. I'll take the board out, of course, and show it too, but it's feels like it's soldered in the board good, because when I wiggle it, you can't see that the whole housing is moving, so it looks like it's soldered into the board well. So it's just the knob is loose inside the housing of the switch, so it's a bad switch. Somebody must have cranked on it just a little too much, fell on it or something. Yeah, it's nothing that we can take care of in a quick matter. Oh wow, I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can get a good shot of that. If this doesn't do it, I'll still put up a picture of it. It looks like somebody turned that nut on and they didn't line up the threads. It actually looks like the threads are crooked. Well, that's loose too. Let's see. see what it does and see if I can get it off. Maybe that ain't even the right nut that goes on there. It spins easy right there, but I wonder. I wonder if I tighten this so it doesn't move. Now it doesn't move. Yeah, and it's really hard to turn the knob. Let me put this back on here. Yeah, there's a hard spot in the knob right there, and then it's like goes over a bump. So yeah, that knob is definitely shot. So if somebody leaned on it too hard or something, even tightening that, it isn't going to save it. So we'd have to definitely still replace it. But it won't unscrew all the way, so it still seems like the threads are messed up right there at the end. Maybe not, but well, it came off, but yeah, the threads are a little boogered up. But yeah, you can see the this aluminum piece is moving all over, but the inside housing is not moving, and you probably can't see that, but yeah, it's not moving at all. So it's definitely that switch is junk. All right, well, the only thing we can do about that is get this board out of here, which we're gonna have to take all these transistors out of here, off the heat sink. It's gonna be a process, but hey, can't have a faulty volume knob like that, because it'll pop and click and all that when you're jamming, and that don't do no good. Alright, let me get at it. Well, here I got the board all out. See, you got the transformer still left in the chassis there. I went ahead and I took the desoldered the volume knob. I wanted to get a close-up shot of this, and I took a close-up shot so I can show you what it looks like, and you can see that that the pop metal that they make it out of, or really cheap metal or whatever it is, you can see where it cracked on the one side, because it's supposed to be all one solid piece like it is on that side right there, and then it just broke loose on the other side, so the whole thing's just falling out. So there's not much we can do about that. So it needs to be replaced. It's junk. Part number 25Z503A, which is 50,000 ohm. 25Z, not sure what that is. I accidentally wiped up the number a little bit, but I'll have to get a similar one, 50,000 ohm, and put in there. So and I noticed while I was looking at the back of the board there, and I'll put up some more pictures here just so you can see what's going on. Since you got this out like this, don't just go right for the problem that you see. Check over the whole board. That'll save you some problems for later on, because if I didn't do that with this, I'd be taking this apart again later on. But I looked at the other knobs, and it seems like this one is a little bit loose, but it's not broke. But it might even be a good idea just to replace all these, so I'm thinking about doing that. but that's not the main thing since these are not broke. But I looked at the solder joints, and for the grounding, the metal part on the switches, every single one of them, the solder joints are bad. You can see the cracks in the pictures, so we need to touch those up. So that's a good thing to look for when you're if you go through all the trouble of taking this out of there, because you could see what I had to do. I took the heat sink off the back of it, and then I slid the board out this way. So there was quite a few screws that I had to take out and everything, disconnect all the wiring and stuff. And I also noticed that our 1/4 inch jack here that we plug our guitar into, every solder joint, and you'll see a close up in excuse me, see the close up in the picture, every solder joint that is connected to that 1/4 inch jack is broke, and that moves around quite a bit. So I would definitely be having to take this back apart again if I wouldn't have caught that. So you can see it's every one of them is bad. So it wouldn't have worked very long. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to touch up these solder joints. Definitely order a new volume knob, and consider ordering new ones of these. I looked at some similar ones, and because I can't find the exact number that's wrote on here. I don't know what this 25Z is. If you do, let me know in the comments. But the 503A is a 50,000 ohm, and you can even measure that across here. It's 50,000, 50K, whatever. So I'm gonna order one of those. So, and then we'll get those put back in, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I get those in. We'll get this put back together and see how everything works. There it is. Got it all back together. Here's all the old knob, the old buttons, potentiometers. Got the new ones in there. I decided to replace them all. Now the new ones were just a hair bigger, so the gap between here is probably maybe an 1/8 inch more than what these were, but that's not really big enough difference to make it look any different. It's not going to hurt anything, but it's all together. Let me get it into the box and let's try this thing out, see how it works. Alright, got it all hooked up. It's been a long time since we heard this thing. It's been, I would say, if I had to guess, probably, I don't know, it's been months since I made the first portion of this video. It's been sitting around. I've had the parts, but it's been sitting around because I've had things going on. Worked on other videos and stuff like that. You know how life goes. But I got my little MP3 player hooked up right here. I'm gonna play some free YouTube music over it, of course. I haven't tried it yet, so if it goes boom for some reason, you'll see it. It shouldn't, because we only replaced the switches, but I got it turned all the way down. So let's give it some juice. Start this music. Turn it up. I don't think I missed anything when I connected the wires on the inside. It looks like the knob's loose, but it's not. It's a brand new knob. I got a wah wah wah, as if you didn't see. And you know why? I'll show you why. Let me get this turned back over here. I took this back out. I wasn't getting any sound for some reason. So I took this back out to look and see what's going on, make sure I did everything right. And I got looking, and I noticed it right away. As soon as I pulled this thing out of here, there was a wire connection stuffed in there that goes right down there, and I forgot to connect it. That comes out of the transformer. So I'm guessing that's probably why we didn't have no output or no volume or anything. You think? Well, not everything goes as smooth as some videos make them look like they do. So I'm gonna put this connection on there. There. That's where it should go. Alright, I'm going to throw this back in there and I'll get right back at you, and I hope it works this time. Alright, let's try it. I didn't put the 4 screws on the top that hold this in there, but it's in there. It's good enough to try. And my MP3 player shut off on me. So let me get this thing started up again. There we go. Get our free YouTube music on here. Volume's turned down. Let's start this music. There we go. This is turned way up here. The output of this. I'm going to turn that down a bit. That sounds a lot better. It's our bass. That's probably a little too loud still. Bass, mid-range, highs, shape. Oh, that's a different sound. That's what the shape does. That's with the shape button in. That's with it out. And it doesn't do anything. But I can wiggle that. That's just the knob wiggling. That's not the host switch, because these knobs are a little bit longer. But you can see there's no more distortion in the volume knob there. You don't hear anything. So we're good. Everything looks good. Worked good. Success. One little cable off that I forgot. Sorry to get your hopes up that I screwed this one up, but we got it working. Alright, we'll catch you in the next one.